If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code TABLEMON for 5% off all your purchases. If you're from Europe, Millibotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use TableMon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Continue with the games. Yeah, from yesterday, trying to grind out to 10 wins with the World Champion deck. Yeah, and then after I get to 10 wins, then we can do the viewer battles, or after I get some more games in. Yeah. Oh, deleting friends? That's true. I mean, I would have to delete half my friend list to really be Thanos Tablemon, right? Okay. Sure, Alex. We can battle after this game, definitely. Yeah, since I already started, that gives you a little more time to wake up. But yeah, after this game, I'll definitely battle you. Okay? After this game, I will definitely battle you. Okay, so we get to go first, which is awesome. We get to go first, which is pretty cool. And Bino Craner, definitely, we can also battle. Okay, so a bunch of acrobikes here. I kind of feel like the Pokegear is better than the Psychic in this spot. Actually, maybe not. Because this Volcanion means we're up against Green's Charizard, right? So there we go. We find another Pokegear, but more importantly, like, as long as I find a Welder for next turn, I should be fine. And now I just found the Welder immediately. No worries, Alex. No worries at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach the Psychic. Then I'm gonna Build Analysis. I should be Build Analysis ing first. I'm gonna grab these two guys. And then I am going to treasure away the Pokegear for the Latios, and I'm actually gonna bench the Latios because some Green's Charizards have been playing Lysander Prism Star, and I know that for a fact because I've had to face off. I lost in the top 8 against a Green's Charizard that had Lysander Prism Star, so And indeed, Jedi, the people who are subscribed to the channel will definitely have priority when battling me, yeah, today, and on viewer battle days in general. Okay, so my opponent goes for greens and not for Welder, which makes sense, but now I definitely have to go for the Miraculous Duo, not the Miraculous Duo, sorry, the Attack Purge GX attack, to stop him from just wrecking me. Yeah, so this can be a little bit tough. Yeah, so if you want to battle Kula Diamond, yeah, you need to start taking notes of the people that want to battle. So I'll do it on my cell phone, I guess. I'll do it here. Okay, so we have Alex and Bino Craner, right? For subs that want to battle. And then Kula Diamond. Kula Diamond, I assume you want to battle, so I'll add you to the list. And okay, I'll start with that after this match, okay guys? Okay, I'm gonna Giant Hearth and get rid of this. Yeah, grab these two fires. I already have the fire crystal right here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and Welder. I'm not playing the Cherish Ball yet because I don't know if I'm gonna need to find like Macargo or another Mewtwo or something. And then I feel like going after another Mewtwo is fine here. I'm definitely going for the GX attack here, right? I'm gonna use Clear Vision GX to stop my opponents from using Double Blaze GX. Yeah. Okay, so I've added you to a list, Kula Diamond. Can we play expanded for the lulz? I mean, sure, I don't have an expanded deck built though. But if you give me, okay, we can, but then you'll have to give me like 5 minutes to build an expanded deck. I know which one I want to build. Yeah, so we can definitely play expanded. I'll build an expanded deck that I saw get posted somewhere. Okay, but just give me like 5 minutes and then I will happily do it, okay? Hola Henry, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, it seems like using the GX attack really confused my opponent. My name is busted and expanded. Yeah, I would imagine so. Our Paris, I would imagine so. Okay, I wouldn't mind doing expanded next week. If I find like a variety of decks to use, I wouldn't mind doing expanded next week. Just to have more variety in terms of content. I feel like expanded is, there's so much to explore in expanded right now. Okay, so attacking with this guy would be a mistake. My opponent should have retreated into the Reshi and done 230 because then I attack Purge and then he finishes me off with the Heat Blast. But that's not what is going to happen. So the Psychic there is pretty nice. The Pokegear with is pretty sad. I'm gonna go ahead and Thin. Right? I'm not gonna grab the Fire. I'm actually just gonna Custom Catcher here for 2. I feel like my opponent just didn't know what to do when faced with this dilemma, if you will. I don't feel like I need another Psychic. Well, I might. We don't need Custom Catchers, I don't think. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack Purge now. Get a KO here, then he can do another 110, but then that's fine. Kept the Psychic in case I end up retreating this guy at any point or I lose the Psychic. You never know. Yeah. You never know. Tailmon GX, you have won every match using Tailmon. Indeed, that is the best meta deck right now out there. Okay, so we see a greens. I feel like a Power Plant would have been much stronger for my opponent. The Shrine undermines both of us. But yeah, using the GX attack definitely put my opponent on a difficult spot. And Henry, yes, viewer battles today indeed. It's not gonna be all day. Sila, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for the support today. It will indeed be I'll play this. It will indeed be viewer battles for as long as I'm streaming. Yeah, it's just people were not immediately saying they wanted to battle, so that's why I jumped into a ladder for one more game of the 10 wins challenge. Okay, so I attack him, and then I go up to 240, right? And then he attacks me, or he does nothing rather, and then I go up to 250, so that's when I play the Marshadow. But I keep the Marshadow for now, just in case. Well, I'll keep it on the bench, just in case my opponent decides to replace that with a Power Plant, right? And there's the Fire. From the prize cards, I have no other attacker available, so I don't have access to any other attack. Grinding the ladder to get the 8 Ultra UV packs? UV? What's UV? Hey Silas, there you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate the support. What's the point of using Shrine here? Yeah, maybe to bait a Stadium. It does mean I can 2-hit KO the Reshi now instead of 3-hit KO, which I'm happy about. Oh, Unified Minds packs. That's cool. Grinding the ladder. Okay, so there's the Reshim. Not a big deal, right? Indeed. Gets back energies, that's completely fine. No power plant inside just yet. But I wouldn't mind powering up the Latios at this stage. Yeah, we'll double custom catcher the other Mewtwo. Not the biggest of deals. Well, no, actually it is a big deal. Because now the Shrine is a big problem. Another Shrine is a big problem, rather. Will my opponent actually have another Shrine? Definitely resetting Hole now. But now I can... Well, no, I can't. If I had Reshizard, I could just Outrage here. I definitely wouldn't mind that. I think I'm just gonna... start powering up this guy and then go for the Attack Purge. I have the perfect 2-shot on this guy with the Attack Purge. He'll probably end up retreating to buy time. Like, we're not completely out of this. I mean, my opponent's not out of this yet. If he has another Shrine, then this guy goes down, and unless I top deck a Stadium, we lose. So we're actually in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, I was like, wait, you Ultra Beast packs? What? Will my opponent have that second Shrine, though? That's the question. You'll play Henry? Okay, I'll add you to the list. Yeah. And then I'll attach here, and then we'll Attack Purge, get 3 more prizes. And can we pull off a win here? Solgaleo, Dedenne. I'm very happy to see Dedenne. 2 Dedennes were actually prized. I had not noticed that. Would you want to power up Latios in case you get power planted? Potentially. Yeah, potentially that might have been a better idea. There's the Pokegear. Brave Welder. No sign of power plant or any other stadium besides that Shrine so far, which is interesting. Probably wanted to power up the Latios instead. Although getting stamped to 1 here, even if the Latios was powered up and a power plant gets played, I'm still in trouble, right? I'm still in trouble because of this awful setup. Like, I didn't manage to do pretty much anything. Okay, that's nice. That was a very nice top deck. Okay, so we definitely take that. I'm gonna attach to this guy, and then I'm gonna Data Change. I'm not gonna give my opponent giant cards. And I'm 10 damage away from knocking that guy out. Oh no, I can. I just Outrage and win. Never mind. Outrage for the win. Oof. Okay. So we get our 5th win out of 6 games. Pretty good conversion rate for this deck. Yeah. We are going to continue our 10-win challenge. Yeah, we got 4 wins out of 5 games last Thursday, I believe. Then we got 1 more win on Friday before we started viewer battles. So we are still missing 4 more wins. Cashman, everything good today? Thank you so much for asking. How about yourself? And Jedi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here as always. So yeah, as you can see, we are going to continue with our challenge to 10 wins. Yeah, that will be today's stream. We are going to do the 10-win challenge. See how many more games it takes us to get to 10 wins with the World Champion deck. The Alaskan Hero, how are you doing? Big Darky Master, hola. Thank you so much for being here. And then after this, yeah, after we get to 10 wins with Mew Mew, we are going to be moving on to exploring the world, I mean not the world champion, sorry, the Melbourne champion deck of the new season, which is which was Pigrom. Yeah, Kaiwen got top 8 at Worlds, then went on to win the special event 2 weeks later, which is pretty cool. Doritos, how are you doing? And we win the gun flip, that is great. As usual, and once again guys, this is the exact world champion deck list as seen from the world championships. I know Wobbuffet could be a good card to include in this. Tapu Fini as well is what I changed after Worlds. But yeah, so far the deck is working out pretty nicely, right? So not the best start, not the worst either. Definitely a decent start. And Sebi, hey Sebastian, how are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for being here on stream. Okay, so we're gonna grab the Mewtwo for sure. This guy is pretty good for the Rogue Ring, and we can see that we are up against the Incineroar version of the deck, right? So we're gonna go ahead and power up our Mewtwo. A lot depends on these 3 cards. Yep, a lot depends on these 3 cards. A lot depends on this upcoming 3 cards, so I'm just gonna pass for now. And then in an ideal world, my opponent benches at Ditto, and then I go GX with Espeon Deoxys and KO the Litten and the Ditto. But carrying just the Litten would be okay as well. Big Darky, thank you so much for the encouragement. I'm really hoping to become world champion at some point. I definitely try every year to become world champion. Yeah, I gotta go after the Litten right away indeed. Otherwise the energy gets really crazy out of hand. I mean, there's also merit to going after the Sneasel, right? There's also merit to going after the Sneasel so that they can transfer the energy. If they bench 2 Littens, then I go after the Sneasel. If they bench 2 Sneasels, I definitely go after the Litten. Yeah. And yeah, I just created a Pigrom deck, and it's really fun to play besides Mewtwo and Reshizzard. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Pigrom as well after this, so look forward to that. Jedi, Pokemon said if I become the next champ, you can get a demo. There you go. That works out. So I fully expect that Dedenne here off of this Pokecom. I fully expect a Dedenne here off of this Pokecom. And yeah guys, as always, oh wow, immediately goes for the Incineroar, so even more important to get rid of that Litten. And yeah, that's true, Cashman, that is true. Okay, so I mean, it all depends on this, right? If we need a Mysterious Treasure or a Cherish Ball. And oh okay, it is going to happen. No, it's not. We don't have any attack that we can copy here. We actually don't have a single attack that we can copy. We know my opponent went for the Incineroar, so his 3 cards must be Rare Candy, Incineroar, and then perhaps a Draw Supporter, perhaps not. There's no attack we can actually use though, that's really sad. So we'll probably be able to get it next turn, but we won't be able to stop the Incineroar, unfortunately. Nothing we could have done. Nothing we could have done. This is bad, yeah. Okay, but it evolves into the wrong Weavile. Right, I don't mind that at all. Goes for the Ericas for 2. Okay, so our slow start is also not helping my opponent. We'll finally be able to Rogue Ring for the 2 cards he needs. But I definitely think, the first thing my opponent did was evolve into the Weavile, which is wrong. I mean, it's a good non-GX attacker alternative, especially with Ninetales and stuff being played, and Attack Purge being a thing. But yeah, that was definitely not ideal. Especially, you don't do that before you Ericas. It's not like my opponent needed to lower his hand size to be able to Ericas, so I don't know. I feel like the order in which he did things there was wrong. He didn't have the Rare Candy as seen. Yeah, he also didn't have the Dedenne apparently. Now we know he has Incineroar and he gets 2 extra cards. So one of them will definitely be the rare candy. But I am completely okay with that. I'm gonna grab these 2, right? And then I think much better than I don't have any energy in the discard ball. I'm just gonna custom catcher KO that thing. Right? I feel like that's gonna be much stronger. And I mean, KO with Tac Purge, not the biggest priority. Definitely not the biggest priority. Reshizard is prized, and that could be problematic in terms of KOing the big guys. So I actually kind of like just grabbing this. And thank you so much for the follow, Hikey Mine. I like grabbing that guy, right? Because I can threaten with the GX, right? I can threaten with the GX 20 damage counters next turn. So I'm gonna switch, and then I'm gonna double custom catcher this person. Oh wait, I messed up. I need to discard Solgallo instead of the Nagnadel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just made a big oopsies. That was very silly. So now I'm gonna have to GX? Oh, that was very silly. I need to get rid of this guy, and then I attacked with this, and I still have my GX. Now I'm 100% gonna have to GX. Because Psychic Club is not enough. For each of your bench Psychic Pokemon. I had another Psychic Pokemon. Yeah, so that was a big oopsies. I could just Venom Shot, but that feels very wasteful. I feel like I just Venom Shot the next. So, yeah, that was awfully played on my part though. 100% awfully played on my part. So I have 4 damage counters left. If I get the Reshi, I can just knock this guy out in 1 hit. I feel like I put 1 here and then the rest here. Because that makes Mansa a little bit easier for Macargo in case I do end up doing that. That was very silly though. That was 100% incredibly silly. Oh well. I mean, maybe there was merit to using Nagnadel and conserving the GX in case I wanted to. I mean, because I'm gonna have Turbo Drive eventually. That was very silly though. Very silly. Slight misplay from me. So, Sebi, what do you think is a better version of P-Ground? Right now you're playing Pika Judge. You think Kaiwen's is better? So I'm not a big fan of the Judge version. I feel like Reset Stamp does what Judge tries to do, but better in the late game. And Judge is just not reliable, right? And like if you Judge with a Jirachi active, you're hoping to find like a Radar at the Dene, but the odds of you being able to play the other cards are not very high. So actually, I was playing with the Kaiwen version earlier today, and I think I prefer that one. Yeah, I have not tried Pokemon Masters Jedi, not yet. I might eventually, but I feel like I already play so much Pokemon. I already play so much Pokemon all the time that it might be better for me to pass on that one. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy, grab the 2 fires, and then I'm definitely gonna Welder onto a brand new Mewtwo, right? Because this turn I'm definitely gonna go after this Kneasel. I really don't want energy transfer to happen at all in this game. And things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good because eventually I can just lock up the game by using Tac Purge, right? Against the big attacker, which is this guy. And by him not being able to transfer the energy, as long as I target the energy no matter where it is, then I'll be okay, right? I will be okay. So Sparty Pants, you played Rowlet deck, Divani deck twice in PTGO tournaments and won them both. That's awesome, Sparty Pants. That's really good to hear. Which version of the deck are you using? The latest one I showed or the very first one? I would assume it's the latest one, right? I would assume it's the latest one. I need a Panther fan, thank you. I do like my haircut as well. I do like my haircut as well. Okay, so there's a Litten. We're definitely going after that guy. But yeah, that turn, like, that was so wasteful with the custom catchers and the GX attack. That was so silly. That was so silly. So my opponent gets free searches every turn basically with the Hoopa. I really don't mind that, because after I KO this guy, right, then all I need to do is Magcargo this guy. So I'm fairly confident about winning this one. Fairly confident about winning this match in particular. Okay, so there's a Latios, that's good. Gonna go ahead and Acrobike. Oh, definitely grabbing the builds. I don't think I need Marshadow this game. I don't expect my opponent to be playing Power Plant, right? And then let's go ahead and Pokegear. We fail it. Well, let's get rid of this guy. Order does matter, Paolo. We do have one last welder in the deck. We do have two custom catchers in the deck, so thinning as much as possible before playing the builds to try and hit those custom catchers is nice. Very good. Definitely gonna attach here, but first let's build analysis. There's a custom catcher, and well, I don't think I want to grab the custom catcher actually. I think I prefer grabbing these two cards, because that way I can go for the Dene next turn. But this turn we're just gonna go ahead and Venom Shots to KO that guy. Yeah, that seems solid. We lose these two. So these 3 damage counters I placed on here off of the Espeon Deoxys on turn 1 might make a big difference if I'm able to get a KO with Magcargo at some point. Because that way, if I discard 5 energies, that's 250 damage, minus resistance, that's 230, right? So, I mean, 1 damage counter is fair, but still pretty solid. So we see the Weavile. It's gonna start dealing 150 damage, not the biggest of deals. This guy is still stuck in the active with a 3 retreat cost, right? So another plan could be KO this guy and then snipe that guy. Not a big deal. And yeah, without Incineroar, it's just really difficult to do anything. Okay, ooh, so now that 1 damage counter, if it were 2, we'd have a guaranteed win by KOing this guy and then that guy. But I mean, KOing this guy with Solgallo is also pretty solid. It is also pretty solid. There's a custom catcher. That's the one card we needed to not top deck. The Magcargo is now in the discard pile. Okay, so because I got that thing, right? I feel like this is what I'm gonna do. I think this creates like a checkmate situation. I'm gonna switch into this guy. I'm gonna attach to the active. I'm gonna treasure to thin. I'll grab a Mewtwo. And then this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna use up the custom catcher, I don't need to. I'm just gonna Turbo Strike for the KO. I'm gonna load up this guy, right? And then both of these guys, either one with the 4 energies, can one-hit KO the Zoro Ninja, right? Because the Magcargo is in the discard pile already, it does 50 damage plus 50 more for each basic energy I discard, so there's absolutely no way we end up losing. And I don't think there's even a way my opponent knocks out the active anyways. Hello, Fakeoni. Sebi, do you think Sigilyph GX and Mew is good in Kaiwan's version? Also, do you think Bigrom should play Hoopa or Tapu Fini or both in the deck? I mean, Kaiwan just won the tournament. He went top 8 at Worlds without Fini or Hoopa and with the Sigilyph and the Mew. I feel like Sigilyph is especially important. The Mew might be able to be switched out for a Hoopa, especially, but now that the deck doesn't have Lysander Labs, in the latest version at least, I think it's really difficult for the deck to beat, or it shouldn't be super easy for the deck to beat Malamar. So maybe it does need the Hoopa. I don't think you need Tapu Fini. I feel like Blastoise should be a decent matchup overall. Where you don't need that like easy trade. But yeah, it's like, up to what point do you tech? If you want a specific tech to beat something, then definitely go for Defini if you expect a lot of Blacephalon, but if you expect a lot of Malamar, then playing the Hoopa plus Lysander Labs might be better. Yeah, it all depends on the meta call, I feel. What switches you end up making. His latest version played Power Plants, right? And no Hoopa, no Fini, because I guess he expected a lot of Mewtwo at the tournament, right? And kill the OGX type of decks in order to try and counter the deck. Yeah. So yeah, we got another win for our streak here. So the one match we lost, I think it was a mirror match. So not bad for the deck, right? Not bad. 6 out of 7 games won here. And hello HPK Tank, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. This deck really does struggle without Incineroar, indeed. Okay, so we're up against PG Control. So the best thing to do against this deck is to get this guy as soon as possible. And to start Weldering to power up to the GX attack of this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and discard him, grab the 2 fires. I do have 3 Welders in the deck. If I had 4, then I'd fancy my chance of hitting 1 with a Pokegear. With only 3 though, we might even just completely whiff here. We don't, okay, that's good, right? That's good that we don't completely whiff. But Bills on turn 1 is definitely a lot more underwhelming. So not gonna grab Custom Catchers because I definitely think I'm just gonna Teddy change off of this Cherish. Going first is such a big advantage. Generally such a big advantage. So we did a change for a much better hand, hopefully. Indeed, though, no Welder still. And no turn to attack either, so we'll have to see. Never discard SPDO against control. It plays like 3 Power Plant. I mean, we're not gonna power up the Espion Deoxys with this hand, I don't think. And we have enough defense against the power. Oh, but you know what? This is why you don't discard it. That's why you don't discard it. So yeah, making a few misplays here. Actually, I think you don't discard it because of the Girafarig, not necessarily because of the thing. Yeah, the Girafarig is gonna be the big issue here, I feel. Okay. And Sebi, I mean, the thing is, you don't have to play it if you are planning on using those abilities, right? And you play 4 switches, so the Zeraora is a bit meh as well. Okay, so it seems like we won't actually be able to... use Espion Deoxys if my opponent removes it from play. But... I mean, do I just not take the KO here? I feel like that's way too slow. I feel like just taking 6 KOs is gonna be reliable enough here. Because the Turbo Strike is really nice to protect me. Well, I guess he removes both now. It's not the end of the world, I don't think. You Boy Roy, you can play stage 2s, they're just not very good right now. We have access to our GX attack in case another Power Plant gets played. Just power it up. Yeah, I mean... perhaps, yeah. We'll see. Did the decks from Melbourne on the weekend surprise you at all? I mean, Nagquack making top 8 is definitely kind of a surprise. Not the biggest one though, but his board is kind of slow, yeah. Crushing Hammer, that's completely okay. If we KO this guy and he doesn't remove these 2 guys, then we are in such a fantastic position. Especially if he doesn't even remove the Viridian Forest. And yeah, okay, so he does get the Recycle Energy. That's fine. We'll still be able to attack. Yeah, here it has to be Solgaleo and the Espion Deoxys for sure. Yep, that's fine. So I made a mistake there for sure. Should have benched it. Thank you so much, Saxcott, for the follow. Definitely should have benched that guy. Okay, so I'm gonna reinforce that with this. Yeah. For a fire. I definitely feel like I should just welder 2 fires to the active. I think we're still gonna be fine because of the slower start as mentioned. Definitely keep that as a counter to Power Plant. And then definitely bench this guy. Definitely attach the Psychic. That's wrong, I guess. That was probably not great. Probably should have kept that Psychic in hand. We'll see though, we'll see. It's much easier for him to discard cards with. Yeah. With the Jesse and James and stuff. Losing that guy is definitely big though. That was a big mistake on my part. At the very least I should have benched it. If I'm not gonna power it up, at the very least I should have benched it because of the giraffe. Yeah, because of the giraffe. Okay. Are they worse than last format, you boy Roy? Yeah, they are arguably much worse than last format. So we get reset stamped. Palbad. The deck's pretty big for him still. Maybe going after Pidgeotto since I have the Fire Crystal is good here. Honestly, that might be a really good play here. Do you think seniors will play Malamar? Yeah, I mean, I think Malamar will still be played. Every deck will be played, Sebastian. In the end, it all depends on what you go up against. I mean, Malamar has its own consistency issues, right, as well. But Hoopa is definitely less good without Lysander Labs. Power Plant makes the Mewtwo matchup much better, so there's ups and downs, right, to each play. So Giraffe, Crushing Hammer, and Power Plant as expected. Okay, so I'll discard the Magcargo for a fire. I don't think I welder this turn. I honestly think I just KO the Pidgeotto with Venom Shot. I mean, this guy, he just recovers that, right? So why bother? Why bother? And he did put the reset stamp back. He did put a stadium, but I have another one right here, and I still have my Mark Shadow available. So that point is basically on a clock, right? He's on a clock. The thing is, you can't beat everything, Sebastian, so you want to keep your deck as consistent as possible. And yeah, stage 2 decks right now are just not good at all. Radiant Forest away water for water. No, it just fails it. Goes for Tynaliza. So this is good, right? Because he's putting a bunch of cards back and then getting less cards than he originally had. Gets a Crushing Hammer, that's fine. Flips tails, that's a second tail, so very, I guess, under average flip so far for my opponent. Well, not very, right? Under average. 0 out of 2 coin flips so far. And without Solgaleo, I am definitely in a counter for the energies, right? However, I think I like KOing this Pidgeotto once again. I generally like KOing this Pidgeotto. Is that wasteful though? So I just KO the active and give him one Pidgeotto. That might be okay. It doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, I think I like that much better because of the threat of Articuno. I think that's the biggest thing. The threat of Articuno is real, The threat of Articuno is very real. On this way, he's forced to find another Oranguru basically for next turn, which is not bad. Having triple Welder right now is super annoying. But I want to be conservative with my energies. Because if he goes Articuno, he loses now at this point. He needs to go Articuno plus Reset Stamp in the same turn. If he goes for Jesse and James, what am I discarding? I feel like Acrobike and one Welder is fine. I am not playing Dragonite GX in this deck, no. I had it in all my original lists for Mew Mew, but I ended up taking it out. I mean, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's more cost effective than Magcargo, but I wouldn't play it over Magcargo. I feel like Magcargo is stronger overall. So there's the first head flips, get rid of the Psychic, that's understandable, place on a Power Plant, that's pretty scary. Right, that is pretty scary, and goes for the resource management. This won't stop us from attacking this turn, because of the hand we have. One Psychic Energy left though. One Psychic Energy left. Crushing Palpat and Guru. So yeah, KOing this Guru is also gonna be pretty impactful here. So I'm gonna leave with Acro. Definitely gonna keep this because I already have a D10 in my hand, so there's no point. And then I'll do this so I can attack for sure. I'll play that. There is a fire left in my discard pile. I mean, in my deck. Reshi's in there as well. So I'm hoping to just find Reshi here. I'm gonna Welder for full value as well, for sure. But if I have to go with Magcargo, it's not the end of the world either. I will have to KO with Magcargo. So I feel like I KO the Pidgeotto. This is really good. Yeah, this is actually insane. I feel like I just KO the Pidgeotto, honestly. I don't see why not. It's much better than KOing the Oranguru. Restricts his whatever. It's a bit wasteful in terms of energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I will Lava Flow. I just need to discard one, which is not the end of the world. I'm trying to play around the Articuno GX. That's what I'm trying to play around. By having this, right, I can Welder one. Well, I still have 2 switches actually, so I shouldn't be too worried about getting stuck with Articuno. All I need is a Counter Stadium, which I already have with the Marshadow. So I'm fairly certain I have this game wrapped up. Unless we get Stampede 1 plus Articuno. That would be worst case scenario. Custom Catcher for 2. Yeah, eliminating Pidgeottos was also pretty good. Cueva del Panda, thank you so much for resubscribing. 3 months, 2-month streak. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. There's a Power Plant, but we have our trusty little Marshadow right here. I also still have a Giant Hearth, right? Unless it's my last prize, I honestly don't know. I should know, but I don't. There's a Crushing Hammer, not gonna be super impactful because I have this last energy, and there's the victory. Yeah, so my opponent was in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, and it was all the early pressure, right? But definitely discarding that Espeon Deoxys was so silly. If I hadn't discarded, then the matchup would have been even easier. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Yo muy bien, gracias. Hoy estamos jugando a llegar a 10 victorias con Mewtwo Mew, el deck campeón, y después vamos a pasar a hacer lo mismo con Pikarom. A ver cuántos juegos nos toma. llegar a 10 victorias con Pikarom. So yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid for this deck. Start off the day with 2 wins. Looking pretty good. Yeah, looking pretty good. I figured I would try this like 10-win challenge just to showcase decks a little bit more, because I feel like I end up playing with some decks and I play like 2 matches against weird decks and then I move on to the next deck. So this will hopefully give us much better idea of how each deck like works and can consistently do well, especially the top decks. I feel like dedicating more time to those to showcase them against different archetypes, different potential decks is definitely worth it. Yeah. But do I think it's a better version of Reshisard? I mean, I don't think there's a better version. There, like, ability Reshisard has some better matchups and some worse matchups. Green's Reshisard the same. I think a lot depends on personal playstyle. I really like ability Reshisard. I really like going for Jirachi, Stellar Wish, and Dedechange, and having Victini Prism and Turtonator. So I definitely feel like ability Reshi is, and I think we're up against that, is a much more versatile deck. And then, for example, it has a slightly worse Pikarom matchup versus a much stronger Mewtwo matchup. So there's pros and cons to each, right? There's definitely pros and cons to each. And yeah, Cashman, exactly. I mean, we might just give up on some decks if we see that we can't get to 10 wins and keep losing with them, especially the more fringe decks. But I feel like the stronger decks, it's worth exploring. Yeah. But yeah, Sebastian, I don't think there's a better version. It's just different options, different playstyles of Reshisard, and I personally prefer the ability Reshisard a lot more. Okay, so we see the Palpad immediately for 1 Welder. Does that mean my opponent's gonna Dedechange this turn? If not, then that feels like a mistake. Okay, so my opponent just immediately concedes. I feel like I'm not gonna count that for the 10-win challenge, because that was definitely not a win. My opponent just went like, whatever he did, he just decided to concede. So yeah, let's just not count that. Let's not count it. I wonder if a deck will be able to go 10-0. That would be pretty cool to see. That would be pretty cool to see. Okay. So we lose the coin flip. How many Reshisards did the ability version run? 2. It only plays 2. Yeah, so you're good to go, Cueva del Panda. You are good to go. You don't like how slow green version is? Yeah, I feel like going first feels underwhelming with that version of the deck, which sucks. And also, when you don't green on turn 1, it also feels pretty slow. Pikarom can go 10-0, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. It's the next deck after this one, yeah? So we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so my opponent starts Jirachi. I don't know what we're up against. Professor Elms immediately. This might be like a Spiritomb based deck. No, it's Malamar with Elms. My opponent just starts a raw Elms. I wonder if he plays 4 or if he plays 1. I tried Elms in Malamar. That was the first thing I tried. Like 4 Pokegear, 4 Elms, 4 Jirachi, I think. Or maybe it was just 4 Jirachi, 4 Elms. I'm not sure now. But yeah, I didn't like the Elms. That's a terrible top deck to get, honestly. That is a terrible top deck to get. Okay, so Jirachi is available. Espeon Deoxys is pretty important in this matchup. Yeah, Weldering for 1 is actually really sucky, and I'm tempted to raid our way these two. No, it doesn't matter, never mind. Okay, so we find the Jirachi, which is nice. We also get to discard 2 extra attackers, which is also great. Might as well get rid of the Nag. Yeah. And then we're gonna go ahead and discard these 2 for the Dene. Definitely gonna use the custom catchers, right? There's a very slight chance that I KO on Inkay, so why not? Why not? I need like the perfect setup, and this is definitely not it. So I can attack. I just can't get a KO. I wish there was a better two energy attacker for this deck. Even if I had found Reshisard, if I had Reshisard instead of Makaru, I could have Outrage for 30, which is not that impactful either. So do I go for the Star Search? That's the question here. Off of 4 cards and 0 energy in the discard pile, I can only imagine my opponent will not be able to attack me next turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Star Search for a fire. I mean, I wouldn't mind Star Searching next turn as well, just to set up the GX attack of the Espion Deoxys, although I don't have access to it. That'll be so bad with Malamar. Maybe it needs Heatran. Heatran wouldn't be able... Heatran is not a 2 energy attacker though. I wonder if there's a good 2 energy attack. Like 2 energy for 60, that's all you need. Right? Like 2 colorless or 2 psychic or 2 fires or something. Just to start applying a little bit more pressure as an alternative to Solgaleo. Or maybe you just play 2 Solgaleo. My initial versions of Mewtwo had 2 Solgaleos for sure. Okay, so there's a Psychic. Are we gonna get put to sleep? That would be annoying. That would actually be super annoying. And yeah, we are going to get put to sleep. And we are going to flip tails. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Oh boy. This... I feel like I actually have to grab the custom catcher to draw extra cards. So I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna attach. And then I'm gonna custom catcher for 2. Okay, I'll get rid of the Reshi. And now I'm stuck once again with no draw power. But not being able to Star Search here really sucks. And I'll pass. Now wake up, not the best. Rotissimo, I am currently still playing the World Champion deck, and afterwards I am going to be playing... I can't speak today. Oh my gosh, this guy plays Power Plant. Afterwards I'm gonna be playing Pigrom. Yeah, Pigrom. Derek Jeter, I appreciate it. I haven't built an expanded Mew3 Bugs deck yet. Yeah, I will get to expand it eventually, but I will get to expand it eventually, just not quite yet. Did my opponent find a switch? Perfect hands plus the sleep, right? Like, staying asleep was a big issue. Jeez. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I mean, that's a good top deck. I feel like I need Viridian more than the Welder. Well, Welder means I could GX. KOing... Oof, only 2 of these guys though. Well, I could KO 3 Inkays. That would probably be game winning. So I need any Pokeball, right? To be able to do that. This is a high risk, high reward play. If I can KO triple Inkay here, that's gonna be insane. No, well, still possible, right? Still possible. So I'm gonna reset in Hole. Still possible. So I'll bench this guy, I'll attach the Psychic, I'll play the Giant cards, and then I'll Data Change. Still possible, hopefully very possible. There we go. There we go. So we're trading 3 for 3, which is good, right? That's what you want to be doing. No more fire energies left in the deck. That's a problem. That is actually a big problem. That might be game losing. I don't have any custom catchers left. That's my last one. All right. So cross division GX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then I'm really gonna need Solgaleo next turn or at some point. So who gets it 2 more? Does it matter? It might matter here. So let's do it on there. But yeah, KOing triple Inkay is so big here. We get a Bills, we get the Fire, that's very nice. That's actually very impactful, and we get the Acro. But only with only 1 Malamar left, I'm hoping we're gonna be okay. Right? I'm hoping we're gonna be okay. Big Darky Master. Lamentablemente los streams en español, como vivo de esto y necesito pagar renta y necesito pagar muchas cosas, los streams en español no son muy rentables, pero lo que quieras preguntar en español, con mucho gusto te lo contesto en español. Fair and balanced, you boy Roy indeed. Manuel, el clima me trata bastante bien. No me puedo quejar. No me puedo quejar en lo absoluto. So my opponent going crazy with the treasures and the discards. Ooh, Gengar Mimikyu is definitely annoying, but now that he showed me he has it, that's impactful. A second power plant would be pretty detrimental here. A second power plant would be pretty scary to look at. B-String. That's also very scary to look at. That is also very scary to look at, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is actually very scary. Sick turn by my opponent. 100% compensating for the fact that I KO'd the Inkays. And this 1 damage counter matters so much. Because now all he needs is 1 Psychic to KO me with the Ultra Necrozma. And he has a spell tag, so I think we're gonna lose this one. I think we're gonna lose this one. I'm fairly certain we're gonna lose this one. There's no way to protect from that Ultra Necrozma. We have no way to protect ourselves from that Ultra Necrozma at this point. We can't target it on the bench with anything. We can't heal this 10 damage. I'm actually fairly certain that we are dead now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose this one. I do have 2 fires left. I don't know what we can do though. I mean, best case scenario is we target down this guy. But then how do we heal? This guy 2-hit KOs me, this guy after I get attacked, this guy kills me. I have no custom catchers left because I lost them in the process of getting set up. He'll definitely have psychics. He has one psychic in the discard pile. I don't think there's anything we can do anymore. I'm fairly sure there's nothing we can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. There's nothing we can do here. If I had Altaria, then maybe. Big Darky Master, thank you so much for the host. So yeah, a loss for the deck. And in an unexpected matchup, honestly. But Ultra Grozma plus B-String is definitely not the most common combination. My opponent finding the card was really impactful. We also had Mewtwo, Mimikyu and Gengar to worry about. If we had custom catchers, then maybe going after the Malamar and then him not having Psychic, which seemed like a big stretch as well, although there were 4 in play. Whiffing the KO, then attacking me, and then going double custom catcher KO, but that was a big stretch as well, right? That was a big stretch as well. No, yeah, Sebi, if you have Fupa and 2 Lysander Labs, you have the best possible Lysander Malamar matchup with Pikarom. Because you cancel out their tool cards and you have KOs on Giratina with Hoopa. That's the best you can hope for Malamar. If you have 2 power plants and no Hoopa, that's where Malamar might be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, not a lot, but a little bit more difficult. Vías de TCG, ¿qué tipo de torneos puntúan en TCG? Pues puntúan básicamente los mismos. Okay, let me just focus on this turn. Oh my gosh. Ugh, that's a really sad acrobatic. Los League Challenge son como los Premier Challenge, Big Darky Master. Y los Mid-Season Showdown, los Cups más bien son como los Mid-Season Showdown. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Solgaleo here. I think that's the best one to start with against an unknown opponent. This might be ability rushing. I'll play this and then I'll just edit change. That first acrobatic was super harsh. And this follow-up is super harsh as well. Jeez. There's no Welder and no Bills and no Detene for next turn. So I think sure, I'll Giant Hearth just to get things out. But it's not looking great. I feel like I'll just grab 1 fire. And then we pass. That was really sucky though. Big Darky Master, entonces tienes lo mismo. League Challenges y Cups, como los Premier Challenges y Mid-Season Showdowns. Y luego los regionales, internacionales y el mundial. ¿No? Prácticamente igual. ¿Y qué te recomiendo para empezar? Un deck de Charizard, creo que es buena opción. O un deck de Blacéfalo, también es buena opción. O Malamar. Malamar es bueno, bonito y barato. Alright. So we see the Pokegum. This is definitely ability Reshi now. After seeing that Ninetales. So whiffing that turn on Welder is very impactful. Giving my opponent Giant Card is also very impactful. Now we need him to whiff on the Welder. That would be the dream. He already Stellar Wish, that's good. And he has to dead change a big hand as well. 2 switches gone. And Pokemacio, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, this is like... It's not ideal, right? It's not bad either. Okay, so we're okay. We're okay, I feel. I actually like either sniping the Vulpix or just immediately hitting into the Reshi. I actually really like immediately hitting into the Reshi. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Giant Hearth away the fire for 2 fires. And then I'm gonna treasure away a fire for another Mewtwo, right? The other Mewtwo is definitely important. And I'll bench the Mewtwo. I'll attach the fire to the active. I'll double custom catcher this guy. If I get outraged, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. And then I kind of like getting rid of my opponent's stadium. I mean, getting rid of my own stadium, because I have the other one in case I need it to counter a random power plant, but I take away the giant hearth option from him, and that's the important thing. And then next turn, thank you so much for the host, Karis, very appreciated. How are you doing? And then, I mean, we have the KO with our GX attack, which is not horrible, right? Oh wow, it just goes for the super scoop up. That's annoying. That's annoying because that was a waste of custom catchers in the end then. But I had no idea he had that, right? So maybe going after the Jirachi was a better play. But I mean, was I supposed to play around a super scoop up heads flip? I don't think so. Okay, so there's the attachment. Goes for another data change. Oof. Now it's looking a bit more scary, right? Now it's looking a bit more scary. Can he whiff the welder again though? Cody Dude 1022. Doesn't seem like he's going to whiff it. Oh, he does whiff it, okay. That's pretty lucky, not gonna lie. And that top deck is insanely lucky. Alright. So, I definitely think we welder to the active, attach Psychic to the benched. I think that's gonna be the plan. Because loading up two Mewtwo's with a bunch of energies is the dream, right? I'm pretty sure that's the dream. And then I'm gonna go for... do I go for Attack Purge? Yeah, I actually do go for Attack Purge. That's much better than attaching one energy, right? Or is it? If he doesn't have Welder now, he's gonna have to top deck it. So... do I mind getting hit? I do, right? I mean, if I can avoid it, then it's much better. Yeah, let's just go for Attack Purge. Alright. Alright. It's too bad the custom catchers were wasted. Cashman, I mean, I think there's merit to it. There's definitely merit to it. Healing Reshi is amazing, and sometimes getting the energy back is important. But yeah, like, I'm definitely hesitant on it. Karis, what do I think about the real high price of Human Fates in Pizza Joe? I feel like that's because of the hype right now and the really low supply that's been available so far. I feel like it'll be fine. Like, prices will definitely stabilize within like 3 months or so. Just so happens that this set has a lot of hype because it's all the pretty cards, right? Alright, so my opponent promotes the Reshi in hopes that I just blindly attack into it. Something that I'm definitely not going to do. Okay, I definitely value the Psychic over the Cherish. And then I don't need to Welder this turn, so I'm just gonna build for a Welder. And then this, so I have a guaranteed Dedenne at some point. And this is looking out pretty nice. I feel like I'm gonna nag KO that guy, because that keeps all the energies in the discard pile, and that's really nice. Clearly my opponent is stuck right now, so I'm not even gonna attach this turn. Well, or am I? I can't KO the active yet. You know what? Yeah, let's just do the Psychic here. And then I'll Venom Shot that guy though? Or maybe the Dedenne actually. If I Venom Shot the Dedenne, then all I need is Macargo to win. Because that guy's already active. And my opponent's down 2 switches and 1 super scoop up. So actually, I'm gonna play to win. So this sets up I just need to get one Reshi, and I have a 4 energy Mewtwo waiting in the back for that guy. And I just got 2 prizes. And I know most lists do not play reset stamps, so... My Fire Crystal is gone though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 1 fire prize that is still prized. Okay, so my opponent goes for the Dedenne, but he can't KO my Mewtwo here though. He can't KO my Mewtwo, and I am 1 Magcargo away from winning the game. You don't know how this deck won Worlds, you feel Thor's deck is much stronger? I disagree. I disagree. Much stronger is a big statement. I feel like they're decently matched. 13 fires in the discard pile. So my opponent is hoping for Welder to retreat and KO me with Victini, which I don't mind, because that leaves him completely vulnerable to my Mewtwo. I mean, my opponent has missed Welder pretty much every turn, right? So that's really rough. That's 14 fires in the discard pile. 14, 15, 16, 17. That means 1 fire left. So he has enough. Does he have another switch? He's playing super scoop ups and he's lost 1 already. So did he just bench a second Dedenne? Yeah, now I win with Magcargo GX, that's true. Well, not if he attacks with Victini though. Not if he attacks with Victini. Okay, my opponent just passes here. So, yeah, there was no way for him. Look, I mean, he didn't Welder once. That's really rough for my opponent. That is really rough for my opponent. Not Weldering a single time.